This is the third video in the C tutorial for absolute beginners. In this video, we are going to talk about the most useful things that are data type and variables. These two things are key of C programming language. If you don't have the deep knowledge of this, you will not be able to solve any problem. So let's start. So the first question arises that what are variables? So you have done in class 6 or 7 arithmetic, and in there you consider x as a variable and then put any value in x, then solve a problem. In computer, this is similar to arithmetic, but a slight change is there. That is, the variables are like empty buckets in computer memory. Whenever we declare a variable, we create an empty bucket in computer memory or laptop memory. And how does the bucket looks like? It looks something like the boxes, and it has a specific address, and the computer doesn't know of the variable. It just know the address of the variable, that where the variable is located. So whenever we declare a variable, it just create an empty bucket with a specific address, and the computer just know the address, don't know the name. We know the name because we can't work with addresses because they are very complicated. So variables are like empty bucket, as I said, and there are many types of variable like integer, float, and long. There is a slight spelling mistake. It will be like, not line. Sorry. So there is integer, float, and long. What is integer? It only consider only in int values. That is integer values like 10, 4, 5, like that. And what are float? It only consider the decimal values like 10.4, 2.5, 6.3, etc., etc. And if you give any integer value in a float variable, it will take at zero point 0. Like if you give 10 in a float variable, it will consider it at 10.0. And there is a long variable also. We will talk about it later. Now, the keywords, that is integer, float, and long, they are called the data type of the variable. What are the data type? Data type are the type of the variable, like integer, float, long, long int, double, etc., etc. Now coming to the declaration of a variable. So the basic syntax of declaration of a variable is something like that. That is int a. In other words, first we have to declare the data type of the variable, that is in this case it is int, and then we have to declare the name of the variable. In this case it is a. And after declaring the variables, we have to give a semicolon. I told in the first video that the semicolon signifies that the line has ended, and you can now the computer can read the next line as a new line. So this is a basic syntax. And now here, so this is the explanation. And if we here give float a, then the float will be the data type of the variable, as I said before. So let's move to the practicals. So let's go to our IDE. That's our CIDE. It's similar to our previous video. So here, first we have to add hash include stdio.h, the header files, where we have our functions, then the main function, where the program starts executing from here. And now we have to declare a variable. In the previous video, I have showed you that int a thing. So here I have declared a variable. So a memory location has been created. Okay. So the memory location has been created and it has a specific size. And the size differs from compiler to compiler. For this specific Dev C++ compiler, the size is 4 byte. Okay, so it can't exceed 4 byte. Like if you give a variable that size has excluded 4 byte, then it will not take that value. And if you have the idea of binary number system, so you know what is 4 byte. 8 bit means 1 byte. So there are 32 bits. So the if the number can be represented in 32 bit in binary format, then the number will be accepted. Otherwise, the number will not be accepted. So how we assign a value in that number? So it is very simple. First, we have to show the programmer that enter, you have to enter the value of 8 and then semicolon because the line has ended. Then we have to stop the program by scanning, and then we have to give the access specifier. Here I have used %d access specifier. Why? Because the %d access specifier is the access specifier for integer number. So I have used %d, and we are going to see other access specifier in this video as well, so don't worry. And after %d we have to give the address of a. So we are telling by scanf, we are telling the compiler to stop there, and then by %d we are telling the compiler that it is an integer number. and then by ampersand a, that is the end of a, this segment represent that put the number inside the address of it. Say here we are putting the number. So now we have to see if the number has been put inside the a or not. So we are printing that printf the number that you have put inside a is. Now we have to print the number. So how we print the number? We have to give the access specifier for the number, that is %d. So if you give that %d in anywhere something else here, so it will be printed here. I am going to show you that, so don't worry. Just first we have to do this, and then we have to give the name of the variable. So now I am going to press F9 F11 from my laptop to run the program. I have told you that. So here is the output string. Let me zoom in a bit for you. Now we are giving the number as 10. So see that the number that you have put inside A is 10. It is printing 10 where we have give the %d. So if we have given the %d somewhere like the number here, so it will be printed then after the number segment. So now I am again giving the number. Let me zoom in a bit. That is 10. See that the number has been printed here. So where you give the %d, the number will be printed there. It is like that. Okay. So after that, I am going to cut this line for a little bit time, and then changing the data type to float. What are the float? They accept only decimal number. So the access specifier, okay, let me zoom in. So the access specifier will be something like %f. Okay, because now we have changed the data type of the variable, so we have to change the access specifier for the variable. So what this line signifies, that the scanf means it's saying the compiler just wait here until the programmer gives the value or input the value. And what this signifies? This signifies that the number is of float type, that is decimal type. And what this signifies? This signifies put the number where the a is indicated, where the address of a present. Now we are printing the number again. Printf %f, sorry, don't make these mistakes. %f is the number. Okay, so now I am pressing F1 F11. Okay, so now I am giving 10.5. Pressing enter. So this is showing something error. Okay, so I have not printed the number. Sorry for the mistake. So there is also a spelling mistake. Don't worry about it. I have seen it. So that will not bother. So I am giving 10.5. Now you can see that the 10.5 has been printed, and don't bother about the zeros. They don't mean anything. But in computer, if you give any integer number or float number, they take zero on their own. But the difference is, in integer case they won't show you, but for the decimal case they will show you that the zeros are here. So don't worry about that. These are same. 10.5 equals to 10.50000 or whatever else. So don't worry about it. And now I have to show you something, that if I give the wrong access specifier here, what will be the output? Like I am now entering 10.5. 10.5 again. See that it is showing 0 because I have given a wrong access specifier. So I am changing it, and now in scanf I am giving wrong access specifier. So it will show you error here while compiling. So it hasn't show me a error, but whenever I put a value, it will show an error. See that? Now it is printing a float value, but the value has not been put safely. Okay, so these are the mistakes that beginners do. So don't do this. Always use safe access specifier for the variables. And now one thing I want to show you, that there are many characters, special type of characters like /n/t. So what they do, and you have to study it on your own. Okay, so just Google it and just Google special type of characters. So there is a character called /n, \n. So what does \n do? backslash and just put you in a new line. Like, let me show you without backslash n that I'm running this program, and now I'm giving the value. Okay, so now see that the value is printed in this line. Okay, in the next line. But if I give a backslash in here, and now I am running the same code, so now I am giving the value, and see that there is a gap of one line. So it will help you understand to distinct the line. Okay, and now I am giving backslash t. So what does backslash t do? It just tab. That means four space. It will print after four spaces. So I am giving fn f11 for running my program, and sorry, and now I am giving 10.5 exactly. So see that there is a tab. There is a tab before printing. Okay, so that are the special characters. You have to study it on your own. These are very simple things. You don't need to understand it. It's just that you have to memorize it, something like that. Okay, so these are the variable, and if you want to work with characters means alphabet, so you have to give here char, and the access specifier will be %c, and here the access specifier will be %c. So now there can be a question that how can we store an alphabet in an alphabet? Okay, so alphabet in computer are not just alphabet; they have their specific values, and the values are coded in ASCII tables. Like the small a contains the value of 98, the capital A consists of value of 67 or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but you can go through the ASCII table for more clear idea. So now I am printing the %c. So, okay, and here I am changing the number to char. Okay, and now I am running the program, and now I am giving the value of r. Okay, here you can see that r is the character, but here is the twist. If I give %d in here, then if it will print the ASCII value of that character. Just wait here. Now I am giving small a. See that 97, as I told you, it is the ASCII value. You can go through the ASCII table, so you can recheck it or cross check it. So that's you can do that. But here it is printing the ASCII value. And if I give here capital A, then it will be printing the ASCII value of capital A. We can recheck it through it. Let I say 67. Okay, so it is 65. Sorry, I was wrong, but it is 65. So you can go through it. Okay, for more clear idea. And the space as a ASCII value of 0, you can do this. So these are the types of variables. And one more thing, that is what are the the long data type or the double data type. They just give you more space, like they just give you 4 byte to 8 byte. Double do that, 4 byte to 8 byte. Okay, and one thing I forgot to mention in the last video, like for Turbo C++, you have to add here hash include conio.h, and in the last line you have to add getch. Here it will not run because in Turbo C, Dev C++, the getch is not included. So you have to do this in your Turbo C++ compiler. For Dev C++, it's okay as it was before. Okay, so this is all about data type and variables. So we will meet in the next video, and in the next video we are going to do some assignments or some programs, our first programs like addition or subtraction, something like that. So before that we have to do the arithmetic operators. After that we can make our own calculator in Dev C++. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and if you have any queries, you can ask us in the comment section. We will answer your doubts. Uh, Stay tuned till the next video publish, and if you have any opinion about our videos, you can let us know in the comment section. Bye bye.